What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, your boy is back with reactions. And of course, yesterday was Midsummer, and I missed it. I hate that I went a week earlier. Well, I'm glad I got to because I had some other obligations. Once I got back into the States and got back home, I had to go right back to work. So, if you know or don't know, I coach basketball and I teach first grade. So, but yeah, I had to come back, do workouts and stuff like that. So that's why I came back, or that's why I had to plan that week before Midsummer. But it's still cool. It's still cool though. So found a video. What is Midsummer actually like in Sweden? I know I probably wouldn't have experienced it that much in Stockholm, maybe some other small towns around. I know I've seen it on Alt for Sverige, just how they celebrate and different things like that. But this is from the point of view of an American, so we're getting ready to check this out. I do have different ways you can send me videos that you would like me to react to, either in the comments. I leave a message in the comments that has a playlist that you can add videos, or my Google form, which will also be in the description below, man. But like I said, I was a week ahead. Midsummer just yesterday. I got back this week, Tuesday afternoon, evening. Yeah, I think it was about the evening time. So yeah, I enjoyed my time. Now we back with some reactions. All right. But like I said, I'm a coach and a teacher. I enjoyed my trip so much. I know I've been like, even some of my players, they would hit me up. They were like, "Oh, snap, you really in Europe? You really, So my goal is to get them first trying like some Swedish snacks and stuff. Y'all know I had the Swedish snacks, the Danish. I don't think I had Danish snacks yet, but I do have a place where I can order snacks. So I'll probably do some videos of just some of my basketball players trying some snacks and stuff. Maybe some of the teachers trying. I think that would be cool. Something different outside of reactions and stuff. But we got my man Steven here. What is Midsummer actually like? Let's check it out.
My two favorite holidays to celebrate in Sweden are Midsummer and Christmas. And Midsummer is a really, really special
Definitely
one
love
for me.
Christmas.
And I think all kinds of people in Sweden, because Sweden's a country where it's dark, it's cold for many, many months out of the year. And Midsummer is that celebration that kind of marks the beginning of summer. It's one of the longest days, or right around the summer solstice, usually the longest day of the entire year. And if you happen to be in Sweden on the longest day of the year, because Sweden is located so far north, it almost never gets dark. I'm right around
Facts.
Stockholm, which is right here in Sweden. And if you go north of Stockholm, the days this time of year just get longer and longer and longer. And if you're above the Arctic Circle,
It's crazy because that's what I told my wife. I was like, I felt like I could take like 2 or 3 naps in a day, and it's still like the time was just going by so slow when I was there. If you've seen my first impression video, I talked about, or even my culture shock video, I talked about how, it was only dark for like 2 to 3 hours. That was it. But the days did feel super long. Like I would go out, record, go back, probably take a nap, eat, upload a video, then go back out, walk around for a couple of hours, go back, take another nap, then walk back. Like I did that a couple of times when I was there. It just seemed like the days were long, but people walked fast.
you actually have days of complete sunlight where the sun never goes down. Now, being an American that has lived in Sweden for over 4 years now, I've pretty much seen all of the different holidays that are around in Sweden. And I think Swedish people just get super excited for this holiday, even more excited for Midsummer than Swedish people's own national day, which is June 6th. I believe. Not too many people celebrate their own national day here. And that's kind of crazy being an American, because 4th of July is a huge deal.
Oh yeah, it's going to be
now, because Midsummer
major.
is such a big deal in Sweden, I went ahead and took some videos throughout our Midsummer celebration with some of my Swedish friends to explain and show for you guys a little bit more in depth how Swedish people celebrate this amazing holiday. Now, to start things off, this was my 4th Midsummer here in Sweden, and out of the 4 Midsummers that I've celebrated, it was great weather for 2 of them, and the other two were extremely questionable and had a lot of periods
Okay.
of rain throughout the day. So pretty much it seems like a 50-50 chance if you're gonna get great weather on this midsummer holiday. Swedish people hate small talk but love to talk about the weather, so I thought I'd throw in that little detail for you guys. Now when it comes to midsummer in Sweden, I feel like there's two types of midsummer celebrations. There's the very traditional midsummer celebrations that include this maypole that sort of looks a little bit phallic. There's a big debate about what this represents.
Okay. Yeah, there was I believe they did it the first 2 seasons I watched of Altversferia. Some of the cast members actually got the chance to help put the little pole up and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. That would have been crazy if I got to experience and help put the pole up and stuff. Maybe that's something I'll be able to do next year or something like that. Man, like I said, I'm definitely gonna plan to go back to spend at least 2 weeks. I know there's not much I can see in a week. I spent 2 full days traveling. Well, not really 1 full day, just getting there because I still got there at a good time, but
Presents.
I think that'd be cool to
make up your own
experience.
mind. These type of celebrations also include people dancing around the pole, doing some little dances called the small frogs. You can't really
Small
make this stuff up.
frogs.
Swedish people be doing some really weird stuff at their holidays.
That's the
Actually
first time
remember
I
when was
heard
a
that, I
PE teacher down
believe,
in
the
Norrköping,
small
and some of my
frog.
colleagues suggested I teach my 4th grade students the
Norrköping.
frog dance, and they were showing me some videos of the frog dance on YouTube, and I was going, wow, do adults actually do this at parties here?
I seen them like march around it and stuff. I don't think I remember them talking about the frog dance. That's new to me.
They actually do. But
The
that being
frog
said,
dance?
I've never actually been to a traditional Swedish midsummer, and between me and my friend groups, it normally seems like just an excuse to get together and party. Booze seems to be a really big part of midsummer for a ton of Swedish people. I mean, just look at this line outside the liquor store the day before midsummer. There was people waiting for a long time.
Oh, I think I passed by like 2 of those
I mean, this was
stores.
just
The
by
liquor,
one by
2 of
my
those
place.
liquor
I've
stores
seen
when I was there.
videos on Instagram of people showing way, way longer lines at their local liquor stores. So pretty much at our parties, people bring whatever drinks they want to drink throughout the night, but then most people also bring some hard spirits to do the snapsvisor, or it's basically like the shots that you do between singing songs.
Norwegian.
And Swedish people love to sing songs. So when everybody's sitting down at lunch, which I'll get into in a little bit, everybody's sitting down at lunch and then they're pouring some little shot glasses and singing some songs. I've now learned some of the main songs that people sing a lot, like Helan Går, which basically is a song called
Dang, they
Drink
got the
It
paper
All
and
Up.
everything.
But then there's lots of other songs, and normally Swedish people are super organized. They'll actually print out a song book so that everybody
song
can sing
book?
the words to the songs.
Yeah, y'all gotta let me know. Do you got the song book at your midsummer celebration? That's interesting though. I mean, at least that gets people involved. Hey, if you don't know the song, here you go.
Together. It's
Here
kind of
you
like
go.
you're in church in America and you take the little book out from the pew and you're reading along,
Yeah.
singing the songs. I don't know if anybody goes to
that the
church
church
that's watching my
drum?
channel, because most of you guys are Swedes and people don't really go to church that often here.
Yeah, that's what not coming to America.
But yeah, I just think that Swedish people are super organized. I've never been to a party in America.
Yeah, that's what I noticed too. Cause even while I was there, Sunday was Father's Day here in the States, but you never really heard anybody celebrate or say anything about Father's Day. That was another thing I meant to talk about in one of my videos. Never really heard them talk about Father's Day. But I don't know if y'all celebrate Father. Maybe it's a different time of the day, different time of the year or something like that. But I thought that was interesting. So yeah, I was gone during Father's Day here in America. I was in Sweden at the time, or traveling to Denmark at that time, that Sunday morning.
Where somebody prints out and gives you a songbook to read the songs and take the shots to. Normally people in America just find any excuse to take shots, and we don't need a song to get us going on that one, but sort of a cool tradition. Now when it comes to food, this is one of my favorite parts of Midsummer. You can see the Midsummer feast here. There's so many foods that when I first moved to Sweden, I didn't really like them, like much at all, like the Baltic herring and the different sauces. Like they have this herring fish in like a mustard sauce, or like different types of spices and different sauces. And you usually eat it with like potatoes and cream and maybe like some onions and stuff in there. I really hated this when I moved to Sweden. I've never been a huge fish guy, but actually after 4 years of living here and eating it for pretty much every holiday, like Midsummer, Christmas, Easter, you guys really eat the same food on every holiday. I've started to learn to
I feel like
enjoy it.
that's an American thing too. We at least for like Christmas and Thanksgiving, we usually would eat the same food, like turkey dressing and all that. Like it wasn't until like a couple of years ago we were like, let's switch it up because Thanksgiving we already cooking turkey and eating, everything we eat at things. Like let's make it different for Christmas. But I feel like here in the States, it's almost the same. We eat the same foods for the same holidays, different
You guys
holidays.
really eat the same food on every holiday. I've started to learn to enjoy it a little bit. Maybe it's just like my brain associating this food that I found disgusting with really like happy and fun holidays, and now I'm like starting to like it. I don't know. I'm starting to become brainwashed, or I'm starting to become like actually Swedish now. But if you come from somewhere else, or if herring just really isn't your thing and you are Swedish, there's always the meatballs, which I think pretty much everyone can count on to enjoy. And at this Midsummer, also my friends made a homemade skogenröra, which is like this shrimp dish with mayonnaise and stuff, and you can put it on top of bread. And the homemade one that we had was absolutely amazing. Shout out to Oscar who made the homemade mayo. That was pretty dang bomb. Another thing I have to say about Swedish holiday food traditions is that they eat the foods in a specific order. Like you're supposed to take all the cold foods first, like all the herring and different like cold things. I still wasn't 100% sure what I'm allowed to take and what I'm not supposed to take first. Like I remember at Christmas, I actually made a video about where I just went straight to it and got a bunch of meatballs and like beef and all those sorts of things first, and got a bunch of weird looks from my Swedish friends. I'll link that video up somewhere if you want to get that story in full detail.
Swedish Christmas.
But yeah, now I'm starting to get the hang of it. I took the cold foods first, or at least I was looking around at my Swedish friends to see what they were taking, and then going back on the second round.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hot food first type of guy. I ain't
meatballs and all
don't
the
do
things
the cold
like
foods too
the
much.
quiche, all those things that I really, really love. But yeah, the food is definitely a highlight. And then at the end, there's usually some sweet things like the strawberry cake. The strawberries in Sweden are a little bit smaller than the strawberries in America.
Yeah, I've seen people selling different fruits and stuff. When I tell you, I was just walking by. I don't think I didn't have an opportunity to pay because they were taking some other Swedish type of payment, like how you have like Cashapp and stuff. They were taking something else. Like I don't think I would have been able to pay for it. I didn't try, but I was walking by. When I tell you, there was some of the reddest, most beautiful strawberries I ever seen just out in the streets. People were selling. I think it was in Stockholm and Denmark. But I was like, wow, those things look very juicy.
Really sweet.
Like the reddest strawberries
and they're just
ever.
So tasty. I like the strawberries here in Sweden more than the strawberries that we have in the US. And the strawberry cakes here are just super fire. Good. Or if you guys want some American slang, the strawberry cake slaps. Another one of my favorite things about Swedish Midsummer is the games. I love how Swedish people love to play games at their parties. Normally, because we're living in a culture where it's like more socialistic and everybody's pitching in, it's like such a team effort, these holidays, which I actually really love. Like some people are assigned for the food. Some people are assigned for like printing out the songbooks that I was talking about earlier. Some people are in charge of like organizing the games. Like everybody's just sort of like pitching in to make the party happen, which I think is really cool.
That's real nice.
And so we've got like actual like game organizers.
That's real nice because I know here in the States you have a party and stuff. Most people are bringing their appetite. They're not bringing anything. They're not bringing food, nothing. But they bring in their appetite.
That is separating everybody into teams, doing different games. We did some really fun games that involved drinking where you had like flip the cup and you're going against two teams. And then we did some other games where I'm like sitting with a trash bag on me and having to bite into eggs, kind of like playing Russian roulette, trying to not bite into the egg that hadn't been cooked yet. Luckily, I didn't have to do that, so basically avoided
that would have been bad.
But I had the garbage bag on, so I was fully prepared. This game, everybody had a tool that they had chosen off a table, not knowing what they had to use it for, and we were all trying to peel a potato and see who could peel the potato the fastest. Yeah, this was pretty entertaining. I wasn't involved in the actual potato peeling, but I had a good time just going around filming.
What is that? And
then there's Kub, which is a super traditional Swedish lawn game, which I actually really, really enjoy. Basically, you're throwing these sticks, trying to knock down the other team's sticks, and the first team to knock down all the other team's sticks, and then knock down the king in the middle. At the end, they win. And basically, there's one other wrinkle after you knock down an opponent's stick. They have to throw it onto your side, and knock it down before they can go for the sticks in your back row. If you're interested in learning more about it, again, the name is Kubb, K-U-B-B, and I'm sure you can read the rules in depth online. When you're going for the king, you're supposed to like bend over and like throw the stick like between your legs, kind of like you're hiking in American football. So I'm normally like really good at this, and I actually was doing good at it that day, except for all the times that we were actually filming it. So here's some footage of me actually nailing some shots in beer pong, so you guys know that I'm not totally ass at playing lawn games. So between the drinks, food, games, and hanging out with friends, that's normally what our midsummers consist of, at least in my friend group. Some years we'll even do the flower crowns that are much more traditional. We didn't really do it this year, but many years we do it, and you can see people are wearing these crowns of flowers around their head. And there's actually this legend that if you have 7 different types of flowers and then you put them under your pillow when you go to bed, you're supposed to dream about your future spouse. I can't remember who I dreamed about, so I guess my future spouse position is still open. But yeah, that's about all I got for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into our midsummer celebration. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you like this content about Sweden or other countries that I will be talking about in the future. I love having you guys here following along on my journey on my channel. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.
Now, this was good. This was good, man. Like I said, it would have been cool to experience the midsummer. But like I said, maybe next year, because I didn't even look at the date and see like, oh, when is midsummer before I booked. I was just looking at the date that worked for me, you know. But that's pretty cool. Like you said, big celebration. Y'all know July 4th for us is like in 2 weeks. Usually a huge celebration, fireworks, all that stuff. So I don't know. It's a lot. It's different. It's different, you know, when you have these celebrations for these different holidays and stuff. But like I said, like just being there Father's Day, like it was no. So I'm gonna have to look that up and see if Swedes, or y'all can let me know as well. Swedes celebrate Father's Day and stuff. But other than that, that's all I have for this video. As I mentioned, send down those recommendations for videos you would like for me to check out next. Hit that subscribe button, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.